what's going on, guys? It's JMass, and I'm back again with another dope New England adventure. You know, one of the most fun things about urban exploration is that you never know what to expect. Now, whenever I go to an abandoned location, or at least most of the time, I have an idea of what I'm getting into. You know, I'm well prepared, well researched. I'm aware of the historical and background context. I have an idea of what to anticipate. But every once in a while, a completely spontaneous opportunity drops into my lap, you know, completely unplanned, out of the blue, and I just have to take it. And that happened today. Now, I was driving eastbound from the city of Rutland, Vermont. I was on the highway, and I stumbled across two abandoned houses. Now, I actually saw these houses on the way there, but I didn't really pay much mind to them. On the way back, though, coming eastbound from Rutland, I noticed them again, and it really struck my eye because they were clearly abandoned. Now, I should mention, whenever you stumble upon abandoned houses, you know, use that with a grain of salt because you never know what could be lurking inside. Maybe squatters, maybe it's not really abandoned and it's just very disheveled from the outside. You always have to keep that in mind. But these two are definitely abandoned, and I've just confirmed that right now by checking them out ahead of filming this video. But nonetheless, I stumbled upon these two abandoned houses. I'm not 100% sure what town I'm in right now. Usually I'm, well prepared about the town that I'm going to be in when filming. I think I'm in Shrewsbury, Vermont, so not 100% sure, but I'm 98% sure that I'm in the town of Shrewsbury, Vermont right now. I will fact check that below if that's not true. Hey guys, it's JMass in the future, like 30 minutes after wrapping up the filming of that video. I'm currently standing in front of a tank right now. That's irrelevant though. So in the entire video, I state that the houses are located in Shrewsbury, Vermont, in the town of Shrewsbury, Vermont. That is completely incorrect. I thought they were in Shrewsbury, Vermont because I had no cell phone service, no internet. I couldn't actually confirm what town I was in, and I only guessed it was in Shrewsbury, Vermont because the most recent town sign I saw was Shrewsbury, Vermont. And I just used what little knowledge I had at the time to assume that I was in Shrewsbury, Vermont, when in fact I was in Wallingford, Vermont. So every single time I say Shrewsbury in this video from now on, what I really mean is Wallingford. So those two houses that I explored are in Wallingford, Vermont, not Shrewsbury. I know it really doesn't matter, but I'm a bit of a geography nerd with a niche interest in New England towns and cities, so I just include that in for my own purposes. It's in Wallingford, Vermont, not Shrewsbury. Shame on you, JMass. And yeah, on with the video. But nonetheless, I'm in the state of Vermont, checking out an abandoned house. Now, as I said, there's two of them. I'm not sure if we'll get into one of them, so at the very least, we will be exploring one of these abandoned houses. The one that I'm currently in right now. It's located right off a highway. As a result, I'm starting inside. I'll show you a little bit outside. This is just a very spontaneous, off-the-cuff, kind of risky abandoned exploration. I don't do much like this on the channel. I usually try to come in well prepared and researched, but every once in a while it's fun. So excuse the very long-winded introduction. Just kind of want to catch you up to speed what we're dealing with today. But nonetheless, I got an abandoned house here in Vermont, what I think is the town of Shrewsbury. Hopefully two abandoned houses if I can get in the other one. We're just going to see what's going on here. It's a mess in here, but it's pretty dope. As always, guys, my name is JMass. If you love urban exploration, checking out abandoned sites, travel, and New England, I always do that stuff on this channel, so feel free to subscribe. Or you can follow me on Instagram at JMassOfficial. That's at JMassOfficial. But we're going to be checking out a very mysterious and obscure abandoned house, maybe two, here in Vermont, what I think is the town of Shrewsbury. Again, I will fact check that below. But let's check it out and see what's going on here. So right off the bat, this place is an absolute mess. There's just shit scattered everywhere, random items and objects, not in great condition, not much structural integrity, as you can see. But this place is most definitely abandoned. I did a bit of a pre-walkthrough before coming in, so I do know what's going on here, but I just wanted to show you guys while I was inside the house, and also take a closer look at some of the knickknacks laying around. Now, just to reiterate, this is a completely off-the-cuff abandoned exploration. As a result, I don't know any history or context about this place. I don't even know if I would be able to find any, but I will do research while editing. Maybe if I can find like the year this house was built, potentially who lived here, anything like that. But yeah, we're just going in blind right now. So I got this abandoned house right off a highway here in Vermont, going eastbound from Rutland. And already you can see there's a ton of stuff. So this is the kitchen right here. Got a bunch of cupboards. And of course the hardware right here. The sink. And then again, just a lot of random junk laying around. Like, what is this? A weed whacker. Looks like some sort of weed whacker. I mean, I could really spend all day looking at every individual item. I'm gonna try not to do that so I don't bore you guys to death. But I will try to stop and look at some of the more unique items, because that's one thing I love doing at abandoned places, is just seeing what's laying around. I love it. It's like you're digging through artifacts in a way. But yeah, again, just random stuff. A lot of yard equipment, it looks like. Yeah, I got some mulch or topsoil right there. Yeah, a lot of yard equipment. Which is ironic because the yard here is a mess, but we'll get to that a little later. So this room right here is a whole other story. So we just checked out the kitchen right there. This is most likely the dining room. This, I think, is the living room, but my God, is the living room in absolute disarray. I stepped onto this floor earlier and it was fucking scary because I felt the whole floor just buckle underneath my feet. And you can see over here that it is just completely caved in. I can't really tell what this machine is right here, but some machine just completely plummeted through the floorboards right there. Absolutely insane. Looks like it might be some sort of heater. Can't really tell again, but yeah, wild. This thing is just plummeted through the floorboards. So as a result, if I do go down here again, I'm going to be very, very cautious. But it just looks like there's a ton of stuff to see over here. So I'm going to cut away in a second, try to safely head over there, and we'll see what's going on in this supposed living room. Okay, I do think it's a little safer over on this side compared to that side of the floor. You can actually see it's kind of like sliding down. It's at a slant. I don't know. That floor is fucking sketchy. Again, when I walked on here the first time, my feet just buckled. Or the floor did. But anyways, there's a lot of random shit here. A lot of magazines and books. Also a little closet right here, or pantry or something. Very little closet right here. The first thing I want to do is check out the dates on these, because the dates might give us a clue as to when this was abandoned. Now, this magazine is dated to July and August 2008. And maybe I can check when these were from 2007. Okay, so 2007, 2008. Maybe are these dated? March 2008. Okay. So potentially this place could have been abandoned in the mid to late 2000s, most likely around 2007 or 2008. And I'm probably making a major assumption by saying this, but if I had to guess, potentially, if it's abandoned around that time, this house could have been abandoned due to the Great Recession, you know, the financial crisis of 2007, 2008. Maybe the homeowner couldn't afford living here anymore, couldn't afford paying for it, and just kind of dipped. I don't know, just making assumptions here. What about these Reader's Digest? Do those have a date? Oh, May 2007. Okay, so these are all 2008, 2007. Yeah, that's my best guess, is that this was abandoned 2007, 2008, maybe late 2000s. They have a lot of magazines and memorabilia from that time. And the other thing that's interesting is they have a lot of travel-related stuff. They got some AAA traveling brochures. Italy, Austria, and Switzerland. France, Benelux countries, which is Luxembourg and maybe Belgium, not really sure. Germany, Poland, Czech, and Slovak republics. Wow. Huh. Travel and leisure. So whoever this person was, or these people were, they love to travel, which means we share a common interest because I love to travel. So that's pretty cool. Another piece of gardening equipment. This looks like another weed whacker. Yeah, weed whacker right there. Strange stuff. And then the main thing you'll probably notice is there's a ton of insulation just laying around. All these huge piles of insulation just laying around. Crazy stuff. Yeah, this was the living room. Let's head upstairs and see what's going on. Okay, so now we're going to head upstairs. This is actually the front door right here, the front entrance. Although you can see it's blocked by a big piece of furniture. I actually couldn't come in that way. Yeah, some sort of other closet right there. But yeah, so we're gonna head upstairs next. Up these small stairs. Now the upstairs is completely empty. There's like barely anything up here, just a few bottles and stuff, not much. But yeah, it's completely empty up here on the top floors. But this is where I believe the bathroom and the bedrooms were. It looks like this was probably just a one bathroom house. So this was the bathroom right here. Another really sketchy area. And of course you have the heavy porcelain toilet teetering on the edge of this broken floorboard. You know that's gonna cave through someday, so very sketchy, not walking in there. But these are what I believe were bedrooms right here. Yeah, a bunch of random cleaning supplies, strange. So this was definitely a bedroom, whatever this was. Of course, you got windows peering out. That's actually the main road over there. Very busy main road, I might add. And then on the other side right here is the other bedroom. Again, what I believe is the other bedroom. Not much in here either, pretty empty. This is our only sign of graffiti in the entire house, so clearly other people have been here before me, but not many. And this is, I think, just some sort of walk-in closet. Hard to get in, but yeah, this is what I believe is a walk-in closet of some sorts. That's really about it though. Oh yeah, actually there is a bottom level. We'll go there in a second. After the bottom level, like the basement, then that's it in this house. But one other thing I want to show you guys really quick. Peering out this window, this is the second abandoned house. And you can see it right over there. That yellow house right there, that is the second abandoned house I saw. Now here's the issue. You can see that there's a circular or hexagonal, octagonal, not really sure. But there's a window peering in from the side. The only way to get into that house is through that window. And I don't know if I can even fit inside it. And if I can, doing that in front of a highway with people coming by, I don't know, kind of sketchy. I'm gonna see if I can do it. If not, it is what it is. But I am just letting you guys know there's a second abandoned house over there we may or may not get to. But yeah, this is the top half. So we're gonna go into the basement next, and I think that'll be it for this house. One thing I also just noticed as I was walking down the stairs, kind of cool. Looks like at one point there was a stained glass window right here. This is kind of cool. It's completely broken now, but it looks like there was a stained glass window here, which is pretty dope. You don't see that very often. So yeah, the last room in the house is the basement. That's the only part I haven't been to yet. I've not been to the basement. I don't know what to expect. And of course, the stairs are kind of sketchy. Let's see if I can do this safely. Okay, so far so good. Oh wow, this is fucking flooded. That is flooded. It's hard to see on camera, but that's like a foot of water. Yeah, I don't know about that, guys. A foot of water flooding the entire basement level. Jesus. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to show you guys the exterior of this abandoned house right here. Now, this is the backyard, and you can see the backyard is just covered in random plants and weeds and vegetation. Definitely not in the greatest shape, especially considering the amount of gardening tools this guy had at his disposal. Okay, this is the backyard right here. Looks like at one point there was some sort of chimney or heater, so that's probably what that big machine is that we saw. But yeah, this is the backyard right here of the house. No paint, just a wooden exterior. And that's the other house over there, the yellow one. Again, not sure if we're gonna get to that. We'll see what happens. But this is the backyard right here, and let's check out the other sides. And this is the side view of this house. Honestly, not that big of a house, but still pretty cool to see. You can see at one point, this was probably a garden right here. It's got a nice little fence right there, probably a garden at some point. And this right here is the front end of this abandoned house. Pretty cool to see what it looks like from the front. Oh, look at this, some sort of well right there. Huh, it's like an abandoned well. But yeah, this is a pretty cool house right here. The front end. Very awkward filming right off the side of a highway. But yeah, this is the front end of the house. That's the front entrance, which leads up to the upper level. Pretty cool. Oh, you can see there's a little bit of graffiti in the windows right there. That's actually what really led me to believe this was abandoned, because what homeowner would allow that? You know what I mean? But yeah, pretty cool. This is the abandoned house we saw. I will go over to this yellow one now, see what's going on here, but again, no promises. All right, I decided we're not gonna head inside. I just don't feel comfortable doing that right now, but I still wanna show you guys this abandoned house. I don't wanna just walk away from it. So this is the front end right here. I will say it's locked, so I couldn't get inside this way. But this is the front end. This one is painted yellow compared to the other one, which is just dead brown, you know, wooden. Let's see if we can peer inside this part of the window though. I did look inside briefly, couldn't find much. Honestly, didn't even really look that worth it. Yeah, so this is the inside. You can see, honestly, completely dewalled, like all of the drywall's missing. Looks like it's all just a refrigerator, couple chairs, random shit laying around. I don't really think we're missing much, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, this is the inside of the abandoned yellow house. I probably could fit in there. I just don't feel comfortable. And then again, this is the front right here. Yeah, pretty cool. So that was 2 abandoned houses in the town of Shrewsbury, Vermont. What I think is Shrewsbury, Vermont. Pretty dope. Hey, thank you guys for joining me. I've been Jay Mass as always, and this has been another dope New England adventure. So that was pretty cool. We just explored 2 abandoned houses here in the town of Shrewsbury, Vermont. Now this was a completely off-the-cuff, spontaneous urban exploration experience. I didn't go into this knowing anything, you know, this was completely at random. I just was heading eastward from Rutland, stumbled upon them, and you know, just said fuck it, pulled over, and we checked them out. I don't know any details, no background information. Hopefully while editing this video I can find some of that stuff, so hopefully I would have included it in the video. If not though, still a pretty cool abandoned exploration. Sometimes it's just fun to go in blind, you know, I do that every once in a while. It's pretty fun, pretty thrilling, and I'm glad I got to bring you guys along with me. Now I know we only really explored one house in full, the brown one. We pretty much saw everything, both inside and outside. The yellow house, we mostly saw the outside. I did show you guys inside the window though, but obviously there wasn't too much going on, and you know, now that I think about it, I probably could have gone in. It didn't seem like anyone who was driving by really gave a shit. I just didn't feel comfortable like crawling in the window, you know, like a weirdo. So I just want to show you guys from the outside, but at least we got to see the full interior of the brown house. It was really cool to see. There were a lot of remnants left behind, magazines, books, a lot of gardening tools for some reason. I don't know, it was fun to check out. I love exploring random abandoned houses, but I do have to say again, if you want to do that, be extremely careful. Abandoned houses are very dangerous. You never know what could be inside, whether it's people or just horrible structural disrepair. Exercise caution anytime you do that. But anyways, guys, my name's been Jay Mass. If you love urban exploration, checking out abandoned sites, traveling, or exploring New England, that's my specialty, because I'm always doing that on this channel. So feel free to subscribe to the channel, or you can follow me on Instagram at JMassOfficial. That's at JMassOfficial. But yeah, guys, that was 2 random abandoned houses, completely at random. I also want to end this video off in front of this really cool railroad bridge. I believe this is called the Cuttingsville Trestle. Again, no cell service, so I can't look it up, but I believe this is called the Cuttingsville Trestle. Also a really gorgeous river right behind me. I mean, check this river out. Stunning. You know, it's late November as I film this, so there's a bit of snow on the ground, very cold out, but still pretty beautiful. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.